What's going on, NBA 2K fans? It's Pete Toll, aka PT Sports 84, back for NBA 2K25. So, in this video, I want to go through the current NBA roster, just kind of show you who is added in, who's still missing from the roster, some updated faces, those kinds of things. I will have separate videos for each of the eras and also the classic teams as well, just diving into all the info there. Stay tuned for those. I'm still going through all of them to kind of see who is missing faces, info's incorrect, all of those things. I did want to go ahead and get a video out about the current team, so let's dive into the modern / current era official 2K roster. They did drop a day one roster, so this is different from the default roster that comes out of the box. So just keep that in mind for anybody that's kind of watching this and wondering like what's going on. I saw a different video that showed different players. This is the newly updated roster. First thing right off the bat, we do have a change in the attributes section. They added the agility section here. That basically it's a new attribute that was acceleration previously. They were able to get that in, changed based on what they do with the badges and the my career / my player. So that's the change here. Want to also point out that if you don't see a player in here, preferably it's a two-way player that they don't know that's going to be on a non-guarantee contract or somebody that they had to add late that does not have a face scan. More than likely, they'll add them later in a opening night roster as they did last year. It's usually how it goes with 2K. And so I am, supplying that feedback basically to 2K, letting them know who is missing, all of that stuff. Not that they probably don't know that. There are some errors in the roster that I'm passing feedback over as well. But let's dive in real quick. So I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to go by each team and I'm going to go into the edit menu so you could see the actual player and see the faces. So obviously Embiid, we got Maxey, Paul George, Kelly Oubre, Dre Drummond, Eric Gordon, Caleb Martin, Kyle Lowry. I'm going to go kind of skip through a little bit faster until I get to somebody that had some major changes to them. Like Reggie Jackson here, they've got the proper goggles. It actually shows up with the headband this time. Yershon Yabusele actually has a face scan. 2K did not add it here, so I've got that feedback going over to 2K. He does have a face scan in the game from a few years ago. Now, they may have lost that data, so we'll see, but I believe they still have that in. As of 2 years ago, they had that data in because I've seen his face and all that stuff in the PC files. So they should be able to add him. Ricky Council here, still without a face scan. You'll notice something really quick as I go through. Some of the players have the appearance tab open, and some players have generic faces and they have it closed. Usually what it means with it closed is that in the works is an updated face scan. And there are a few players, preferably the rookies, that I do know that got official face scans. They probably just didn't make it into the roster yet. So those will have to be updated. We got Jared McCain with his face scan in. Like Jeff Doughton here is one. Last year I had to go kind of give feedback on Jeff Doughton not being open. I'm going to do it again this year in the hopes that they do open it because I'm going to doubt that they probably got a face scan, but at least be able to kind of overwrite that particular player model. So that is Adem Bona. He's a rookie, so they got him scanned, as you can see. And so that's the 76ers. Moving over to the Milwaukee Bucks. So let's dive into them. You got Giannis. And they do have different versions of the players, as you can see here. You can go into accessories. I'm not going to do it for everybody. It changes the hairstyles, same as last year. Um, you've got Damian Lillard, Chris Middleton, Lopez. Bobby Portis has his new shades there. Gary Trent with a new model. Keep going through. Let's see. Anjus Panishkis had his scan in previously, so that's why you see his scan there on a two-way deal. And like I said, guys like Stanley Umide, with the appearance tab open, we can adjust those as needed and improve the caps. AJ Johnson there with the scan, and then Tyler Smith with the scan. So I believe 2K tried their best to get as many rookies scanned at Summer League. Another quick note. I don't know what it is, but there's always really a lot of work to be done with the player positions. You can see it right here. Oubre definitely is going to be the starting two guard. He's still at small forward. Like, there's changes that need to be made. Obviously, the big one here, and why I wanted to draw attention to it, Giddey has already been named the starting point guard. More than likely, Kobe White's the 2, and then Levine's the 3. Those have to be updated because now you got DeSunmu, Giddey, and Levine all at shooting guard. That's just a mess. They won't update this until the first ratings update. They will not update it on the opening night roster. But it is what it is. It's the same thing every year. Zach LaVine here, Kobe White, Nikola Vucevic, Josh Giddey, Lonzo, Ayu DeSunmu, Jalen Smith. Let's look at Jalen Smith and see. He's still same glitch. If you edit him, he loses his goggles. Let's see. I will actually go back and then go in and see if it still shows up that he lost his goggles. If you do anything to it, it loses his goggles. Like if you change his attributes, it doesn't. But if you do any accessory changes to him, it loses his goggles. So it's just frustrating why it does that. Same thing. I'll give feedback on it. It's just the same glitch from last year. Dalen Terry. Matas Bezelis, as you can see, a very good face scan there. Got Chris Duarte, Julian Phillips. Anrelap Batim still has his generic face. He's very difficult to make. So we'll see. Adama Sanogo. He does not. He has a generic face here. So maybe they're going to have him lined up to get him in with a proper face scan. So we'll see. Cleveland Cavaliers. Donovan Mitchell. Evan Mobley. Jared Allen. Darius Garland. Max Strus. Karis LeVert. Isaac Okoro. Interesting they have Okoro here. He is restricted, so maybe they just decided to leave him on the roster. But as of right now, who knows what's going to happen. My guess is he signs a qualifying offer or does reach an extension and goes back. Sam Merrill, Georges Niang, Dean Wade, Ty Jerome. We got Craig Porter Jr. with an official scan, and you can see he's got his tattoos as well. We'll dive in more into the guys that kind of got updates and stuff in another video. Jalen Tyson, tats as well with this face scan. JT Thor, Amani Bates. They are missing Luke Travers. Luke Travers does have an official face scan in the files, so I'm going to see if they can add him in as a two-way player. We got the Celtics. We got Jason Tatum with a new scan. Jaylen Brown in there. Drew Holiday with new hair. Kristaps Porzingis. Derek White. Al Horford. Peyton Pritchard. Luke Cornett. Sam Hauser. Xavier Tillman. Lonnie Walker IV. They have him on the roster, which is interesting that they added him. He's on a non-guaranteed deal, so I would like to see them add Luke Travers in the game. Jaden Springer, Nehemiah Keita, Jordan Walsh, Drew Peterson, Baylor Shireman has a face scan in. J.D. Davidson, and then Anton Watson. As you can see, he's locked. He's one of the ones I was talking about where they have the generic face, but they have it locked. So likely he got a face scan at Summer League. They just haven't been able to get it in yet. Going over to the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, Ivica Zubac. Let's see if they got his contract updated. They did not. So no updated contract for Zubac. That's more feedback I have to give. Norman Powell, Derrick Jones Jr., Terrence Mann, Kevin Porter Jr. back in the NBA, Nicholas Batum, Chris Dunn, Nashawn Highland or Bones Highland, Mo Bamba, Amir Coffey, PJ Tucker, Kobe Brown, Kai Jones. He's on a non-guaranteed deal, so it's interesting they have him on there. Cam Christie's another one. I know they got him scanned, so hopefully that'll get added soon. Jordan Miller back in there. Let's go to the Memphis Grizzlies. Is Ja updated? You guys ought to tell me if Ja's updated. I can't remember. Jaren Jackson, Desmond Bain, Marcus Smart with new hair. Gigi Jackson with an official face scan. That looks really good. Vince Williams, Brandon Clark, Santi Aldama, Luke Kennard, Derrick Rose, Jake LaRavia, Scottie Pippen Jr., Zach Edey. He's so tall he kind of doesn't even fit in the screen there. John Conchar, Jalen Wells got a scan. Cam Spencer's another one I know that got a scan, so he should be coming at some point. Jay Huff finally gets a face scan in the game. He was one of the ones that was very difficult to make as a cap, so glad to see him in there. Atlanta Hawks. Let's look at Trae Young. New beard. I like this model a lot better. Jalen Johnson. Clint Capella. Onyeka Okongwu. Bogdan Bogdanovic. DeAndre Hunter. Larry Nance Jr. Zachary Ricochet. Face scan for him. Dyson Daniels. Did Daniels get an updated model? I feel like it's the same, but I can't tell. David Roddy. Cody Zeller. Garrison Matthews. Kobe Buffkin. Vic Creasy does not have a scan in. I'm glad they left him open, though, because he's pretty easy to make. Muhammad Gay in there. Dominic Barlow, no face scan. Keaton Wallace, no face scan. And Seth Lundy. They may bring in Nikola Jurczyk, who they drafted in the second round. He broke his foot. So possibly he ends up on a two-way at some point, and they bring him in. We'll see what happens with that. But right now he's not on the actual roster, so it's what it is. Miami Heat, Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero, Terry Rozier, Jaime Jaquez, Duncan Robinson. I would like to see them eventually update Duncan Robinson. We got Nikola Jovic. Looks like he got an updated face, it seems like. Alec Burks, Josh Richardson, Haywood Highsmith, Thomas Bryant, Drew Smith still with a generic, Khalil Ware. I think he's going to be a steal for them. We got Josh Christopher, Pell Larson, another steal for them, I think. They're going to both be pretty good rookies long term. Going over to the Charlotte Hornets. LaMelo got some more tattoos. Brandon Miller. Miles Bridges. Mark Williams. Hope he's healthy this year. Nick Richards. Trey Mann. Josh Green. Grant Williams. Cody Martin. Vasily Micic. Got a face scan. I love it. Looks great. Really good job there. Seth Curry. Nick Smith. Dejan Salon. Taj Gibson, veteran presence. I think they did end up getting KJ Simpson, if I remember correctly, for a scan, so that's why you see him locked there. Musa Diabate on the two-way. Going over to the Jazz, we got Lauri Markkanen, Colin Sexton, John Collins, Walker Kessler. Did Collins get? No, Collins didn't get an update. Okay. Keontae George, Jordan Clarkson, Taylor Hendricks, Drew Eubanks, Bryce Sensabaugh, Patrick Mills, Shvi Mikhailuk. I like that deal for them as a shooter off the bench. Cody Williams with the face scan. Isaiah Collier. Looks to me like it's the same face that they had in previously. It might be a scan. I can't tell. Somebody let me know in the comments. Filipowski is the same face that they made for 2K24. Still looks good, though. Eventually, they'll get a scan to officially add. Johnny Jazang, he was in last year with a scan. Oscar Tsebwe, also with the scan from last year. Jason Preston. And they have Tavion Kinsey here. He is not on the team any longer. It's Micah Potter that is on the team. And Micah Potter actually does have a scan in the free agent pool. I have that feedback going over today as well. Going over to the Sacramento Kings, De'Aaron Fox, Domantas Sabonis with an updated hair model. We've got DeMar DeRozan, Keegan Murray, Malik Monk, Keon Ellis. Love the hair where they split them. Got some tattoos and all that too. Trey Lyles, Kevin Herter, Jordan McLaughlin, Jalen McDaniels, Alex Lynn, Devin Carter with a face scan and tattoos, Colby Jones, Orlando Robinson, still with a generic face there. Mason Jones, same thing. And then they're missing their rookies on the two ways, Isaac Jones. And then they're also missing on the team Isaiah Crawford. So that's the other two-way that they're missing there. Going over to the Knicks, Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Josh Hart, Dante DiVincenzo, Mitchell Robinson, Miles McBride, Precious Achua. Looks like he got another update. Maybe that was in last year. I can't remember. Campaign, Chumo Keke, Jericho Sims, Keita Bates-Diop, Tyler Kolek got a scan, as you can see. Pacome Datiat does not have a scan. That's a generic face. Looks like they're going to get him at some point. Kevin McCullough Jr., same thing. Ariel Huck-Porty has a generic face, but it's editable. That means they don't have him lined up. Same thing with Jacob Toppin. Doesn't look like they have him lined up for a scan either. So that's interesting there. Curious to see kind of what they do as far as getting them scanned. Like, because literally you have Datiet, McCollier. I think those two will get a scan. Don't know about the other two. Lakers. LeBron, AD, Russell, Reeves got updated hair. Rui, Vanderbilt, Vincent, Christian Wood, Cam Reddish, Jackson Hayes, Max Christie. And really, if you really like Max Christie's similar looking to his brother. I mean, obviously there's differences, but Cam Christie, close enough that if you wanted to take the face and export it, you could and change it. Dalton Connect with the face scan looks really good. Maxwell Lewis, and then Bronny. Colin Castleton does not have a face scan. They're also missing the two-way guys, Armel Traore and Blake Hinson. Blake Hinson, I think, is going to be sneaky good. He's a shooter. Going to the Magic, we've got Paolo with new hair. They also have different hairstyles as well if you want to go that route for Paolo. We've got Franz Wagner, Jalen Suggs, Wendell Carter Jr., Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Cole Anthony, Jonathan Isaac, Mo Wagner, Gary Harris, Anthony Black, Goga Batazde, Corey Joseph, Caleb Houston, Jet Howard. I think he's going to be really good in time. Tristan Da Silva with a scan as well. Then we get Trevelin Queen, still without a face scan for him. Hopefully they'll get that updated, but they did leave it open so you can edit it And it looks like the cap creator is basically the same from last year. So I'm hoping to be able to take my videos from last year and get something similar. Luka, updated hair. Kyrie, Clay, Gafford, Lively, PJ Washington, Najee Marshall. Looks like he got a little bit of an update. Dante Exum, Spencer Dinwiddie, Quentin Grimes, Maxi Kleba, Dwight Powell, Jason Kidd's favorite. Jaden Hardy. Looks like he got some tattoos there. Olivier Prosper. AJ Lawson got an official face scan with tattoos. Glad to see that. Looks great. Still without faces are Kessler Edwards for like the third or fourth year in a row, and Brandon Williams as well, without one. Going over to the Nets, we get Cam Thomas. Looks like he got did he get an update? Maybe not. Claxton, tattoos. Cam Johnson, Schroeder, Bogdanovich, Dorian Finney-Smith, Ben Simmons, Day'Ron Sharp, Trendon Watford, Noah Clowney, Zaire Williams traded from the Grizzlies. Think he can maybe get some minutes there. Shake Milton. They got Jalen Wilson in with an official face scan this time. Good to see that. Dariq Whitehead, hopefully he stays healthy this year, shows what he can do. Keon Johnson. And then Jalen Martin with the generic face as well. So Denver Nuggets, Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr., Russell Westbrook. I wish they would somehow get Westbrook's face cleaned up a little bit. Christian Brown, Dario Saric, Peyton Watson, DeAndre Jordan, Julian Strother, Zeke Nnaji, Vlatko Konchar. He's healthy again. Let's see if he can do something. Darren Holmes, I think he got hurt before they could get him scanned, but hopefully they do get him in. Hopefully they did catch his scan in time. Jalen Pickett, Hunter Tyson, and they're still missing Trey Alexander and Spencer Jones, so hopefully they'll get added at some point. Definitely think Trey Alexander makes the team. We'll see about Spencer Jones. Pacers, so Halliburton, Siakam, Turner, Nembhard, Toppin. Toppin got a hair update. Mathurin, McConnell. Did they get McConnell's updated contract? They did. They got McConnell's updated contract in. I'll have to get the numbers for Avasa Zubac's extension officially, and I'll send that over as feedback. Aaron Nesmith looks like he got an update as well. Isaiah Jackson, James Wiseman, Jarris Walker, Ben Shepherd. He's one of my favorites to watch. I think he, in time, could be a good 3-and-D guy. James Johnson, Johnny Furphy got a scan. Kendall Brown. Enrique Freeman and Tristan Newton both to get scans, I know for a fact. They showed it on their official X page. So they'll be coming at some point in an update. Cole Swider. And then Quentin Jackson does not have a scan. Going over to the Pelicans. Zion. Looks like they updated his render a little bit. DeJounte Murray, Brandon Ingram, McCollum, Herb Jones, Trey Murphy, Alvarado, Tice, Javonte Green, sneaky good signing for them. Jordan Hawkins, like him, just don't know he's going to play enough. JRE, Trey Jemison got a official scan that looks great, looks just like him. Matt Ryan, Carlo Metkovic actually has a face scan in the files. He was added in 2K22, I believe. And so maybe it was 23. I can't remember which one. I think it was 23, actually. And so I'll have to get feedback over to them to get that. Yves Missy there. Jamal Cain. Antonio Reeves got a scan. I know that. So he should be in at some point. And then Malcolm Hill. Detroit Pistons. Cade Cunningham, updated beard. Jalen Duren, Tobias Harris, Jaden Ivey, Asar Thompson, Beef Stew, Simone Fontecchio got a face scan, looks really good. THJ, Beasley, Paul Reed. I still think they need to lighten Paul Reed a tiny bit, but it does look actually, you know what? It looks better than it did last year. A lot better than it did last year. It was too dark last year. Marcus Sasser, updated tattoos. Ron Holland with the scan. Wendell Moore. Tosin Evbamwa. Evbomwan. I can't ever say it correctly. Excuse me for butchering his name. He is a generic. Bobby Clintman should eventually get a scan as well. They're missing Dennis Jenkins. We'll see if he makes the team. It's partly why they don't have him, I'm guessing. Scotty Barnes. So if you go to Scotty Barnes, you can update his hair there. We've got Quickly, Barrett, Pirtle, Olenek, Brown, who may not be on the team to start the year. Grady Dick, Boucher, Agbaji, Mitchell, Fernando, Temple, Jacoby Walker there with a official scan. Jonathan Mogbo does not have a scan, so hopefully he'll get one soon. Jamal Shed, I can't tell if that's a scan. I want to say that's a scan, but I'm not 100%. We'll mark it as not a scan for now. We'll see. Ulrich Chomchi does not have a scan either. They're also missing Brandon Carlson, which is expected to make the team. DJ Carton there as well without a scan. Houston Rockets, Alperen Sengun, Fred VanVleet, Jalen Green. Let's see if they have different styles for Green. Yep. Jabari Smith, Amen Thompson, Dylan Brooks, Tari Eason, Steven Adams, Cam Whitmore, Jock Landale, Jeff Green, Jayshawn Tate, Reed Shepard. Very good scan of Shepard. I'm very high on him. I don't think that he can do enough in that lineup to get Rookie of the Year, though, although he's still going to be sneaky good. Aaron Holiday, AJ Griffin. Then they have Nate Williams and Jermaine Samuels Jr. They're missing Nafali Dante and Jack McVay. Those are the two-way guys officially, so they're missing both of them on the team. Victor Wembanyama got a new scan. Let's see. And Chris Paul. Looks to me like Chris Paul needs to have the hair. Yeah, the hair needs to be style 2. Let's do this. We got Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Harrison Barnes, Jeremy Sohan got new hair. Malachi Branham, new hair. Stephon Castle, good scan. Champagne, Mama Kalashvili, Bassie, Wesley, Sissoko, Duke Jr., Harrison Ingram. Don't know if he got a scan or not. He's generic, but they got him marked for a scan. And then Boye in there as well. Phoenix Suns, Kevin Durant, Booker, Beal, Nurkic, Allen, Tyus Jones, who will start at point guard, Plumlee, Royce O'Neal, Monte Morris, Bol, Okogie, Damian Lee, Ty Washington, Ryan Dunn, good scan of him, Colin Gillespie, and then Oso Igdaro. Good scan for him as well. Moving over to the OKC Thunder. Oh, and they're missing for the Suns. They're missing Jalen Bridges as well. We've got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Chet Holmgren. We've got, did Chet get a different? No, that's the same as last year. Okay. Jalen Williams, Alex Caruso got an updated scan. Isaiah Hartenstein, tattoos it looks like. Lou Dort, Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins, Cason Wallace, Jalen Williams, Kenrick Williams. Jang looks to be the same. Topic looks like he has the same model from the 2K24 My Team edition. Dylan Jones, generic scan. AJ Mitchell looks like he got a scan in there. Adam Flagler, generic, but he's open as far as um, the cap goes. They're missing Alex Dukas as well. He looks like he's going to make the team as a shooter off the bench. What everybody's been waiting for, Anthony Edwards, spot on render, looks great. I mean, that's basically what everybody wanted. Towns, Gobert, Conley, Naz Reid, Jaden McDaniels, Nikhil Alexander-Walker got an updated face. Joe Ingles, Rob Dillingham looks good with the tattoos as well. No scan for Terrence Shannon. He'll be updated hopefully soon. PJ Dozier, Luka Garza, Josh Minot, Leonard Miller, Dacian Nix, another year without a scan, and Jalen Clark. They're missing Jesse Edwards as far as a two-way. Going over to the Blazers. DeAndre Ayton looks like he got an update. He's got multiple styles, it looks like there. Jeremy Grant, Anthony Simons, Denny Advia. Looks like he might have got an update. I can't remember if that was last year or not. Rob Williams, Shaden Sharp. Scoot Henderson did get an update. As you can see, the goggles are there. Delano Banton, Matisse Thybulle, Tamani Kamara, Jabari Walker. Looks like he got updated hair. Ja Parith still needs a face. Donovan Clingan, same face it looks like he had from 2K24 My Team. Chris Murray, Devontae Graham, Bryce McGowan's, Ryan Rupert, or Repair. Justin Minaya got a face scan there. Good to see that as well. Going over to the Warriors. Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Kuminga. Kuminga got an update, it looks like. Buddy Hield, Podziemski, Wiggins, Melton, Jackson Davis, Looney, Anderson, Moody, Gary Payton II. Lindy Waters got a scan. Guy Santos, Pat Spencer still without one. They have yet to sign Quentin Post, but I expect that to happen soon. They're also missing Daquan Plowden, who played last year for the Birmingham Squadron. He's on a two-way. Like I said, most of the guys that they're missing are the two-way guys, so that's usually how it goes, unfortunately, with 2K. They're also missing Reese Beekman on the Warriors, so Kyle Kuzma, Jonas Valanciunas, looks like he got a cleaned-up face. Malcolm Brogdon, Jordan Poole, Corey Kispert, Bilal Coulibaly, Sadiq Bey, Marvin Bagley, Alexandre Sarr, Rashawn Holmes, Anthony Gill, Patrick Baldwin, Jared Butler, Justin Champagnie, Bub Carrington, good scan there for him, Kaishan George, Johnny Davis, and then Tristan Vukcevic also there. So that is the rosters there. Let's go over to a couple guys in the free agent pool that I know they got in with scans real quick. It wasn't a lot. Like, a lot of guys are still wide open, just generic faces and stuff like that. So it is what it is. A lot of the guys won't be in the NBA. Like Vezenkov went back, overseas, so he won't be counted in. But we did get, like, they're missing. They're missing a scan for Sharif Cooper. He actually has a scan, so that was missed. Leaky Black got a new face. You can see it there. He got scanned in. Still nothing for Kenneth Lofton. We also got... where is he? They missed Jamias Ramsey as well. He has a scan and it's not in. Um, where is he? As you can see, like the faces they have, just the generic ones from last year. Um, there he is. Micah Potter got a official face scan. You can see it there. So glad to get him updated. I actually talked to his brother. Really nice guy. Was wondering how he could get into the game, and I directed him to who to contact, and here we are. But yeah, that'll do it for this video. Just wanted to go through the current teams. Actually, you know what? Real quick, I wanted to highlight something else. As you can see here, there's no assistant coaching staff. So you don't know who the assistant coaches are, but you actually do. If you click select and then go view candidates underneath head coach, you can hit square on PlayStation and underneath the team tab, and it shows you exactly who is on the squad. You cannot see their faces unless you add them in as a coach. But they do have them 100% updated. I was able to help with feedback for that. So very, very happy that all of these got updated in the game. So that way they're just correct. Like that's all I care about is that they're accurate. But yeah, so that will do it. Looks like one other thing, they did get another scan for Taylor Jenkins here. Let's just roll through and see if they updated anybody else. Charles Lee. Ooh, that's not a good Charles Lee face. That's nothing. That looks nothing like Charles Lee. They got to get that updated. Will Hardy, Mike Brown, still there. There's JJ Redick. Let's look at Redick real quick. Looks like they used his scan from when they did the commentary thing with ESPN last year. Jamal Mosley. I believe Jason Kidd, if I'm not mistaken, got a face update. Yep, Jason Kidd got an update. He got the glasses and his beard. Jordy Fernandez, close enough. I mean, I'm not going to complain too much. They still need to scan him. JB Bickerstaff there. Darko Kosovic. Udoka's the same. Budenholzer. Let's see if they updated Budenholzer. Nope, Budenholzer's still the same. Mark Dagnall. Chris Finch. Chauncey Billups. Steve Kerr. Brian Keefe looks to be the same generic. Yeah, he's still the same generic. So, yeah, that's what we get. This has been the current roster updated as of September 4th, and it is 9:30 a.m. Basically, hopefully, based on the feedback, we'll get some more stuff in tomorrow. I'll keep you updated. As always, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. I'm going to have roster content videos all over the place, whether it's going to be the eras, the classic teams, the draft classes, all of that stuff. Also looking for feedback. Hit me up on X, PT Sports 84. If you have feedback for the roster that's actual accurate feedback, missing faces, all that kind of stuff, info's wrong, etc. Always looking for feedback, but hope everybody's enjoying NBA 2K25, and I will talk to you next time.